Yay.
Hi all, and welcome back to YG Sports. I'm Brennan Tuma, along with my co-hosts Sam Gould and Dan Tursky and Sawyer Hume. Right now we're talking quarterbacks in the NFL. Drew Brees, is he being greedy or are the Saints not giving him what he deserves? Currently we have the top 5 salaries. Our executive producer Sam Gilberg and Max Stodo are going to give us the top 5 salaries in the NFL. Quarterbacks.
First, Peyton Manning makes $20 million, followed by Carson Palmer and Eli Manning tied for second with $13 million. Then Michael Vick coming in fourth with $12.5 million. Then Phillip Rivers coming in the rear at fifth with $12 million.
Alright, so now where does Drew Brees belong in that company?
Sawyer on the gun.
Ahead of Peyton, below?
He belongs first in that category.
You're off your horse.
Absolutely, he belongs first.
Why?
Because last year was a contract year for him, and he outperformed any quarterback in the history of the NFL statistical-wise. He outperformed every single quarterback, threw for the most yards in the history of the NFL. And he threw, 46 touchdowns, something like that?
You think Drew Brees is better than Peyton Manning?
It is a quarterback...
In his career.
No, Peyton Manning is the best regular season quarterback of all time.
So he should be making the most money.
What?
So he should be making the most money.
No, not now. You don't base it off of 5 years ago when he was in his prime.
Really has something.
We have a call in from one of our viewers who wants to say that
he's gay.
Statistics don't win championships by themselves.
And
That's true.
continue.
That's true. Stats aren't going to win you championships.
Peyton Manning has the same number of championships as Drew Brees.
Okay, but Peyton Manning's not being greedy. Peyton Manning took what was offered to
Peyton
him.
Manning is the highest paid quarterback in the league.
But that was offered to him. He didn't hold out.
He
never held out.
He negotiated. He wanted the most money.
Okay,
But
but there's a difference between negotiating, holding out, missing your OTAs, not being introduced to your rookies, getting cohesiveness, starting to build chemistry.
No,
There's a huge difference.
The Saints are idiots. The Saints are idiots for not. The Saints are idiots for not paying Drew Brees what he deserves, which is to be the highest paid quarterback in the league.
And we could say Drew Brees is an idiot for not accepting the $2 million less that he was offered.
The Saints right now are leaderless. They don't have their. They lost their defensive captain. They lost their coach. They lost their defensive coordinator. They lost everything. They don't have a coach.
Captain.
They don't have anything. They lost their offensive captain as of right now. They don't have him. They don't have Drew Brees. They are screwed.
And you can't just put that on the Saints.
Of course they can't,
No,
because they're not giving him
can't.
the money he wants. He's not being greedy.
He doesn't need it. There's no more.
There's no such
other
thing
way to
as
put
greed
it.
in professional sports.
You're absolutely insane if you don't think there's such thing as greed.
There's no such
in
thing as
professional
greed.
sports, they're making more money than any other people in the world. It's minus the top 1%.
But they're not being greedy.
How are they not being greedy when they're making $18 million a year and someone like our parents are making 50, 60 if they're lucky,
So he wants
$60,000 a year.
He wants 20, and they're offering him what? 18?
18. What's the problem? What's the problem?
No one gives a shit about hockey. Who gives a fuck?
Breaking news, Devil's
Stop
going to Stanley
interrupting us.
Yeah, they're
No.
gay.
Drew Brees doesn't, his wallet is overflowing. He has a bathtub full of gold doubloons. He doesn't need,
It's not about
it's
need.
about need. It's
not
all about need.
He doesn't need $18 million.
But
no one needs $18
he
million.
needs championships. That's what
He
the player
hasn't.
wants. That's what's in his heart.
Not
That's
some
what
players.
he's
Some
going
players
for.
want money.
but not Brees.
Justin.
Alright, quick question. If you were the Saints, what would you do right now? Would you give him the extra $2 million or would you hold out?
No.
What if he signed somewhere else?
Dude, we can't sign somewhere else.
Yeah.
Well, okay, he's a franchise. After this year, what if you lose him?
Well, that's completely on them. That's not on Drew Brees at all.
No, I think
They're absolutely ridiculous not to sign Drew Brees.
why do
Without
some
Drew Brees-
players get rid? Why do some teams get rid of certain players? Because of the way they act.
Because they're head cases. Drew Brees is absolutely not a head case.
He's being one right now.
Oh no, he's
He's
not.
being one right now. He's holding out.
Holding out is not being a head case.
Okay.
It's not.
Holding out is not being a head case. He's missing.
We gotta move on to the next topic. That one we're gonna have to disagree on. But staying with the Saints, everything they want to. Again, they've lost Jonathan Vilma for the year. They lost their head coach for the year. They lost Drew. Right now, Drew Brees isn't signed. We assume he'll be signed by the start of OTA.
If they're
With an
smart.
interim
He will be
coach
signed.
in a tough NFC. Realistically, what can we expect out of the Saints this year?
Dan on the gun.
Now.
That's him.
I don't care. You on the gun.
Yeah, I just gotta listen to it.
Go.
Repeat the question. What do we expect out of the
Yeah,
Saints?
what can you, with everything the Saints have surrounding them?
If
what
they
can you
have
expect?
Breeze or not? Are we talking if
Wait,
they have Breeze
Breezeless or
they
no?
don't?
We're
Obviously,
assuming
that's
they
a
have
huge
Breeze.
X factor.
Right.
Assuming they have Breeze, it's tough. It's tough to know at this point. Their defense is clearly rattled. They're gonna miss their top linebacker, the leader of their defense, the one that gets them pumped up. They're not a very good defense. They probably have never been. You can't really say that about them.
When they won the Super Bowl, they were pretty good.
I don't know.
They've
Statistically,
I think they led the league in takeaways, but the Patriots also led the league in takeaways.
Statistically, they may. I don't think they were great, but if you give them Breeze, they're gonna win games solely on the fact that they have Drew Brees.
So what's their record
behind
with
the
Breeze?
helm.
Look at their division. You have the Falcons.
What was their record last year? Check
11
that
and
out.
5.
11-5.
I don't have them winning the division.
Who
So you have
they have the
Falcons winning the
Falcons,
division?
the Panthers, and the Bucks in their
The
division.
Panthers. The Falcons will win the division.
You think?
They won it 2
They'll
years
win the
ago.
division. The Falcons will win the division. The Saints. I mean, there's so much.
The NFC is
It might
stacked
not
this year.
sound like. It might not sound like it's going to be such a big deal to them, but it's going to affect
No, it's a huge.
them. It's going to affect
Losing your
them
head coach is
greatly.
a huge
Sean
deal.
Payton's one of the best coaches in
Yeah,
the
he
league.
is. And he's one of the
It's gonna-
best player coaches in the league.
It's going to affect them greatly. It's going to hurt
But their
them.
offense isn't gonna
They're
struggle.
going to lose games because of this.
Their offense isn't going to struggle.
What's their record? Roughly. 10-win team, 12-win team.
10-win team.
Yeah, I think they're 10 and 6.
10-6.
Playoffs or
Second
no
place.
Yeah, playoffs.
Well,
Well,
I
in
won't
the
say.
NFC,
I'm not gonna
the
say they get
NFC 's
past the wild card if they get the wild card. I'm not gonna say they get past.
Well,
it.
I think they win the division.
I don't.
Well, who? Let's see. The Falcons added Asante Samuel. That was a great signing. Julio Jones is only going to be better. Matt Ryan's a year experience.
Michael Turner's a year older.
Michael Turner's a year older. I think he's going to have a significant fall off this year.
No.
I think so.
He had one of his best years last year. He's
We
already
got a
old.
producer.
Regarding the defensive statistics, the Saints ranked in order of defense 24th total in the NFL.
Last year.
They're only
Last
going to
year.
get worse.
And
It's getting worse.
for
They-
passing, they ranked 30th. But,
Pass defense.
yep,
The Patriots weren't last.
running
There's
wise,
32 teams in
Oh,
that.
yeah.
running wise, the Saints were 12th in running
Well, they have
defense
good
That's
rush
Packers.
defense.
and rush
You know,
defense.
is
Yes.
Vilma
But
a big
Phil,
loss?
that's huge.
Yeah,
That's huge.
He led the team in tackles, I
He's
think.
the one that stops the rush.
And now the rush that they were 12th in.
Right.
They also lost Will Smith.
So they're not getting any better. Yeah.
Why is that funny, gay boy?
Anthony
Oh my
Hargrove.
god.
All right. I will move.